everybody. I'm John Granato. You can hear me mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. That's Josh Jordan. You can hear him Sunday mornings on Moneyline on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. You can also see his work at sportsmaphouston.com. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet so you get all of our content here at SportsMap HOU. Hey, JV looks great. Unbelievable. Justin Verlander has come out. He's 3-1. He's got a 1.93 ERA. His ERA went up after giving up just 2 runs his last outing. But, okay, he threw 101 pitches. And he even said, I want to see how I bounce back. You're in a 6-man rotation. What's more important, seeing JV pitch every 5 days or making sure that JV is healthy?
Obviously, you want him ready for the end of the year and healthy when it's playoff time. But you have to get there first. I think the line you're going to have to walk, JV talked a lot after yesterday's game. And one thing he talked about was hitting that 100-pitch milestone, but then he also talked about being in a 5-man rotation and pitching every 5. Like, that's the next goal for him, which I think is good, but you have to worry a little bit. You know, we're only a month into the season. You know, and he even said yesterday that, hey, I'm like 18 months after the surgery, and still every time I pitch, I'm paying attention to my body, you know, trying to monitor things. You know, things still aren't perfect. So I think you have to be careful with it. But, John, I would caution you, I think you need to do what Justin wants to do, because I think there's a legitimate chance that he finishes pitching this well this year, and he's going to get another contract. And you're not going to want to piss him off. You're going to want him to want to come back.
Yeah, I mean, he can opt out, but you think that if he doesn't get what he wants, he might opt out. And what is it that he wants? He wants to be in a 5-man rotation, right?
5-man rotation, and he's going to want more money, and he will have earned it. If he pitches like he's pitching this year, the whole year, somebody's going to give him more than a 1-year, $25 million deal, and they should.
Well, if he does pitch well, there's nothing you can do about that. And if he wants to go somewhere else and he wants to get a bigger deal, he can get 30, 35, whatever it is for a couple of years from another team, then you just got to live with that. I'll take him pitching really, really, really well and having him have that option of going to get that big money somewhere else than have him be mediocre or not. You know, and listen, I think they're saving him. Remember back in 2019, he wore out. He was worn out in the postseason and did not pitch all that well. Maybe you just, if Justin Verlander wants to pitch every 5 days, maybe you just tell him, hey, we got to do what's best for you and for this organization, and we want you fresh at the end of the season, especially at 39 years old, and especially after missing the last 2 years. He probably feels great right now, but we don't know what he's going to feel like in October.
We don't. I just thought it was interesting that he brought that up as one of his goals. He achieved one yesterday with the 100 pitches. His next one, his eye is on being on a 5th starter every day. But I think you need to be careful, partly, you know, because of my boy Lance McCullers here. We don't know when he's going to be back, if he's going to have another surgery. We hope not. We haven't heard that, but it's possible. You need to make sure Justin Verlander's going to be around here for a while, because you know, if you don't have McCullers, and the way they're screwing with Christian Javier, you know, if Verlander's here for another year or two, is Javier going to be a front of the rotation guy by then if they keep moving him back and forth to the bullpen? I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's good. You know what? These are good problems to have. You got 7 starters if Lance McCullers is healthy. You've got 7 bona fide starters. How many teams can say that? And one of your best right now, the way he's throwing, is Christian Javier, that you got to throw in the bullpen. That's your 7th guy right now. So I like the Astros having these kind of problems with a 7-man rotation.
Should Christian Javier just like be more of a jerk? You know what I mean? Like, he's such a nice guy. He wants to help the team. Oh, yeah, sure. If you need me in the bullpen, that's cool. Odorizzi's the opposite, and that's worked for him.
Right. I'm worried about Christian Javier if they keep yo-yoing him. When it's time for him to become a free agent, much like George Springer, he was PO'd at the organization for not bringing him up. Christian Javier could have that same kind of response to this organization. You guys kept me on a yo-yo as opposed to putting me in a rotation. I want out. And so hopefully that's not going to happen.
No, I agree. And I heard you say that on the show the other day. I thought that was interesting. Like, stop screwing with him. You know, stop upsetting this guy. He may not want to come back.
He may be your ace.
Yeah.
He may be the best pitcher on this staff if he gets a bunch of innings and keeps on pitching the way he is.
Yep, I'm a big fan of his. But it looks like we're going to see Odorizzi again, and Christian will go back to the bullpen. I don't see any other way. Are we going to be sitting here a year from now, John, having the same conversation?
Could well be.